I am at the library, which is part of the Mosque of Tuba here in Tuba, with an expert on the teachings of Ahmadou Bamba, Dr. Ibrahima Niang, and he's going to explain to us the manuscripts, African manuscript tradition here in Senegal.
Yes, Sheikh Ahmadou Bamba was pivotal in writing of in the African tradition. He was pivotal because he mostly took all his life writing books in order to inform the people, in order to also give praises to Allah and to the Prophet Muhammad. It is very important to know that Sheikh Ahmadou Bamba wrote about 7 tones of paper. 7 tones.
So 7 books, 7 different tones,
which is weighted, the weight of tones. 7.
Oh, tons.
Yes, 7
tons of books.
Yeah.
And thank you for clarifying.
He was very, very well loved by the whole community in Senegal. And the reason why they exiled him was just the fact that he was attracting so many people. So many people will come and join him wherever he goes. So that's the reason the French took him to Gabon to exile him and so forth. His writing, at the end of his life, he advised every murid or every follower to read what he wrote, to read the Khasayid. The whole work of Sheikh Ahmadou Bamba's writing is called Khasayid. Khasayid. Then you have a title like Masalik al-Jinan, the Gate of Heaven, and then you have Akhiru Zaman, the last time of the world, the last days, and then you have Jasbul Khulub, which is another poetry to praise the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And then Muahibu also is another book of Sheikh Ahmadou Bamba.
Here is an example of an African manuscript produced by Sheikh Ahmadou Bamba, the cleric that Dr. Ibrahima Niang studied with. We are at the library, which is adjacent to the mosque that his eldest son founded. And I want to talk to Dr. Ibrahima Niang briefly about the broader history of the African manuscript tradition, of literacy in West Africa. I wanted to hear from you, Dr. Ibrahima Niang, more about the history of writing in West Africa.
You see, writing in West Africa is been for a very, very long time, especially with the invasion of the Islamic scholars. When Islam came to Africa, to this part of Africa, many of the Islamic leaders, including Sheikh Ahmadou Bamba, used Arabic to write. And then also the idea, the collective people in the country always had the curiosity to write their own language themselves without any type of rules. And they would take Arabic alphabet or French alphabet in order to sound and to write the word they say in Wolof. Okay? That's why if you look at the buses, if you look at the transportation buses, you will see Allahu Akbar.
So this is if you look at the supers.
Like in the religion, but it's written because of the Wolof connotation.
This is like the colorful super buses
that
we saw in Dakar.
Most of you see.
And those manuscripts that are written with the Arabic script, but in Senegalese languages are called Ajami?
They call Khasayid.
Khasayid
is the one wrote by Sheikh Ahmadou Bamba.
Okay.
But we have different type of writings that are not necessarily the same use of alphabets, because we use object to write. We use also sound to write with sound. When the ladies at 5 o'clock in the morning in Senegal, ladies would come up and wake up and pound the millet. And during the pounding of the millet, early morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, that's how they communicate throughout the village. They will express their sorrows, they will express their joys, simply because of the initiation of how they put the pillar in the mortar.
So the pounding of the millet by traditional Senegalese women in the villages was a way for them to communicate feelings.
whatever they went through the night
That's
before.
phenomenal.
Yeah, whatever they went through the night before, they can actually express it with the mortar and the pillar in the morning. So the whole village, all the ladies doing the same will hear each other and they will know each other's problem. And then once,
It's like a form of drumming,
like
but
a
for,
form of
but for the
drumming,
women.
But for the women.
Just phenomenal.
And then
African
once they
women.
know who really have this type of trouble, they will call on her and they will meet regularly and then try to solve the problem collectively.
Okay. I
So
wanted to
that's-
ask you how long has writing existed in Senegal,
In Senegal,
and the Sahel?
in Senegal, riding has existed at least since the 11th century.
So that would be
Because-
the 1000s.
1000s, because we have
AD.
we have recordings of the Maulud celebration of the 11th century.
Be correct to say that writing has existed in this part of Africa
Right.
longer than it
That-
did in France.
Yes, 11th century we were already riding here. And you visited Ghana.
Yes.
I'm sure that you know about the Adinkra
Yes,
symbols.
absolutely.
Well, Adinkra symbols is also a language.
That's right.
You
Also
know,
a written form of
and
language.
also written from a
That's
language
right.
base.
So this provides us with an opportunity
Yes.
to not only deconstruct and throw aside the lie that Africa was without
written language.
without written language, but also to begin to learn something about that
Something,
written
yes,
tradition,
exactly.
so that we can reclaim it
Exactly.
for Africans many generations
Yes,
removed and for
exactly.
Africans on the continent.
Exactly.
Ashe.
Thank you, Ashe.
Dr.
Thank you.
Pewe and Dr. Nia. out.
Yeah, thank